Bunny, and today we are gonna do a semi-massive Ulta haul. I feel like it's been at least a healthy month or so since I've done one of these videos, so I hope you will enjoy. I got a couple drugstore items and a couple high-end items. I also have already tried some of these products today on my face, so some of the things I will be able to give you a mini review about, but let's just dive right in. I wish you could watch me dive as I like a dolphin. Very first product that I got is a new style of one of my favorite brands of false eyelashes. These are so difficult for me to find because they sell out all the time, but this is a new style I've never tried before, which is wispy and flared. They look really natural and pretty sparse, closer to the inner corner of your eye, and then flared and daring on the outside. So they're kind of like accent lashes. Do you know what I mean? I also bought this pair by Ardell, which I feel like I bought these in the past and maybe never used. Maybe I did, I don't remember. These were on sale right now for I think like $1 off. They seem intriguing to me. These are the Color Impact, so they're supposed to enhance your eye color. So I got these that enhance blue, green, and hazel eyes. They are black and wine colored. Have you guys tried these? They seemed like fun. The next things that I got are from a brand that I've heard a lot about, and I see it on Instagram all the time. For some reason, I've never bought any of their products. I guess predominantly, and this is the same problem I have with a lot of NYX stuff, is that it really bothers me how a lot of drugstore makeups do not have a safety seal. How hard is it to put a piece of tape over the opening just so I know that people aren't like touching it, licking it, whatever people do? But I was able to dig these like from the back of the makeup, so I feel like they don't look like they've been touched. These are from Essence Cosmetics. They are ridiculously awesomely cheap. They are their Metal Glam eyeshadows, and I'm actually wearing this one today, which is in Coffee to Glow, and they are a kind of shimmery, super glittery eyeshadow. Normally I'm not a fan of eyeshadows like this because I don't feel like you get a lot of high impact pigment, if that makes any sense. Like I feel like I'm just kind of like rubbing stuff on my eyes, but it separates really fast, and I've got really watery eyes sometimes, so then I feel like it gets bloppy. I don't know. So far I've had this makeup on for about 2 hours today. I'm really impressed with this. I applied it with my finger though instead of a brush, so I could kind of just gently pat it on so I would get the full effect of the shimmery, glittery type look. So I got this one in Coffee to Glow, which is kind of a brownish top color, and then I got this one which is Golden Up, and I thought it was kind of like a white color, but I guess truly it is more of like a golden shade. So very impressed with these so far. Also, I got this black eyeshadow. This is a total bummer, but I think mine busted already. It's definitely still totally usable, and it was only $2.99. I just bought all this last night, so I don't know what misfortune befell this, but once again, it is a really nice black shimmery shadow. It says it's supposed to have a sparkling effect, and I always love putting a nice black eyeshadow in the crease of my eye to kind of make my eyes look more hollow, sunken in. Very nice. Also from Essence, because it was super cheap and a little glittery, I thought that was totally cute. I bought this dual sharpener for like thicker eyeshadow pencil-y type things or thinner regular lip liners, eyeliners. This was like $1.99. Yay! Also from their drugstore section, I found 2 of these. This is such an insanely good deal. You guys know that when I bother to do my nails, I love doing the gel nail strips. No matter what brand of gel strips I use, I always use the Sally Hansen top coat from these little Sally Hansen kits. My camera is not focusing. But normally these are $14.99 and they were on clearance for some reason for $1.49. So I went ahead and snagged these two colors, which is a basic red and a silver color. I think that that is all of the drugstore makeup that I have. Now we can talk about possibly one of my newest favorite makeup brands. I had never heard of this before. Tell me down below if you've heard of it. I talked to the girl who works at Ulta. She said that generally this is a QVC brand. I have to admit, I don't watch QVC that much. So this is It Cosmetics. I don't know anything about this brand really, except for supposedly they work with plastic surgeons. It might be also like a dermatologist who is involved in making this. Whoever is making this is a genius. I literally want to do backstands, backflips, backstands. What's a backstand? I'm gonna invent a new gymnastics routine. Backstands, 10 points. I know I just made a new foundation video over a new foundation that I just tried the other day. I was pretty jazzed with that. This one totally knocks it out of the ballpark though. It's called the Celebration Foundation. And this says illumination on it. I don't know if they have two different types. Literally, it was like a horde of locusts had descended upon this brand. They hardly had any of the stuff left. Like I would have bought the whole collection because it intrigues me so much. I don't know. Like everything I sampled, I wanted to buy. I bought the lightest shade, which is light. And when I tested it on my hand in Ulta, I didn't know if I would like it or not because it honestly felt kind of a little too creamy for me. It's so difficult to explain because it's not like a wet to dry. I cannot rave enough about this. I put this on my face today with a regular foundation brush that I had laying around and I absolutely had to apply. I have no concealers, no foundation bases on, nothing except for a little bit of powder to set it. And I am so impressed. Like you guys know, if you watched my foundation video that I did yesterday, I've got a lot of blemishes going on right now. A lot of stuff on my face that is not my favorite stuff to look at. And also just no concealer under my eyes. I don't know, it is kind of expensive. I think that this was around $42. It seems like it would last a really long time. So far, I'm obsessed with it. As long as it doesn't break me out, this may be my new staple thing. I don't know why I'm so crazy about foundations lately. I guess because I haven't worn any in a really long time, and now I want to try them all. It took great self-control not to use this brush today. This was so ridiculously expensive. This is a $60 foundation brush. It is by It Cosmetics. It feels so soft and so amazing. It has over 100,000 bristles, I think that they said, and they had it side by side with this foundation. It's expensive, but I'm wondering if that's going to improve the performance of this foundation even more. I feel like I'm rambling. I have to stop. I don't know. I love it so much so far. From that same line, I got the Airbrush Illuminizing Powder. It's supposed to be a poreless, perfecting kind of HD setting powder. This is the only product that I bought from this brand that I'm kind of on the fence about right now because maybe it's making me a little too shiny. I only used this on this little part of my forehead and around my eyes, kind of where I would traditionally put a highlighter. I just don't know if personally for me, it makes me look a little bit too shiny. I don't know if I'm 100% sold on this stuff. When I tested it out in the store, I was so impressed, I had to pick it up. Also from that brand that I have on my cheeks today is this Vitality Cheek Flush, and I got Radiant in Rose. So it's this nice semi-bright rosy color. I love this. I think it looks great. I don't know. What do you guys think? Everything I feel is just sitting really nicely on my skin. Really nice colors. Can't get over it. The last thing I got from It Cosmetics is this makeup palette, and I guess they're going to do more in the future because this is called Naturally Pretty Volume 1, and these are all matte shades, but I swatched it in the store. I loved it. I had to have it. I have it on my eyes today, at least 2 of the colors. The only thing I'm kind of on the fence about is the palette's packaging because it's kind of like this suede, like fuzzy type stuff. I just feel like this is gonna get really dirty, like once it kind of knocks around with my other makeup and just like me touching it like halfway during application, and if I've got powders or eyeshadows on my face, I don't know. That's a silly thing to complain about, but you guys know I'm pretty big into packaging. This has a lot of really, really gorgeous shades in it. So I'm wearing this shade, which is All Heart, and this one, which is Java. I'm sorry for the glare. There wasn't a color in this palette that I felt like I just would never use. And I'm also using this Transforming Pearl underneath my eyebrows today as a brow highlighter. Do love it. $42. My only other complaint is I wish that they would have given an eyeshadow brush with this. I love it when palettes include brushes, and I feel like most palettes in that price range do give you an eyeshadow brush along with it, but this is all you get. But in the words of Mick Jagger, you can't always get what you want. Next thing I got is a product from Stila and Stila. I never know how to pronounce this. I always want to say Stila. This is a self-adjusting bronzer, which I have on my cheeks today. And I guess it's just because I'm like child of the 90s and I associate cosmetics like that are like color adjusting with like mood rings, and I just want to rub it all on my face. I'm like, oh, it's like a mood. Like if I get really angry, it'll be like really deep flaring bronze. Just no, I wish. Did I already say I have it on today? Because I have it on today. When I swatched it on my hand last night, it seemed pretty dark and I was a little bit afraid of it. Even though I was a little bit afraid, I wanted to try it anyway. I love the packaging. I don't know how well you're gonna be able to see it because it is black on black, but it's embossed. I don't know, something about this, it makes me think of like nighttime, mood changing kind of stuff. I think I'm like getting these two terms confused about self-adjusting mood rings. Let's just marry them. It is like a slight shimmer, which I think is perfect for summer. I love how it feels on my face. I love how it looks. I think it is pretty natural overall. They had two blushes that were also the self-adjusting formula, but one was pink and one was coral, and I didn't really feel like either of those shades went too well with my skin. If they had a self-adjusting rose, I probably would have gone for that one. I wish that they did. Maybe one day. Next two things I got are both from the brand Japonesque. And I was just, oh my goodness, you guys, I have an obsession with makeup brushes. At first last night when I was at Ulta, I was gonna get like 6 different makeup brushes, and then I was like, okay, get a grip, and I narrowed it down to 2. So I bought this one because it is supposed to be expertly designed for BB and CC cream application. I love brushes that are like this, kind of like a stippling brush where it has some shorter fibers and some longer fibers. I just felt like I could really use this brush for a lot of things. Even if I'm not using it for BB or CC cream, I could still probably use it for powders. I really liked it. It had a nice weight to it. They had a little tester out and I was like petting it, and I just thought I had to have it. The next thing that I got from them just seems like one of the weirdest things I've ever heard of. I am not only obsessed with makeup brushes, I'm obsessed of course with sanitizing makeup brushes. I'm obsessed with sanitizing all things. So they have this thing which is a solid brush cleanser made from gentle goat milk. It is a cleansing balm, and we are gonna go ahead and just open it up right here because not only is it in a box, it's also safety sealed. Congratulations, Japonesque brand. You have pleased me a lot. So you're just supposed to gently wet this and swirl your brush around in it until it kind of like deposits the dirt onto here, and then you just clean it by running it under the water. It seems magical. I will have to do an update for you guys and let y'all know if it actually works. So the last thing I got, because I'm obsessed with these lately, is 2 rollerball perfumes. I got this Coach one, and I don't even know if this perfume is just called Coach. I don't even know how to describe it. It's kind of like, I think that this is more for nighttime use. It has a very sophisticated smell, kind of woodsy, florally. And then I got Gucci Guilty. Love the smell, hate the name. I don't know why, like just guilty. It just doesn't sound like much fun to me. Also, this one is technically not a rollerball. It is a travel spray, still with the convenience of a rollerball. And I don't know, I'm gonna have to like look and type in the frame like what these technically smell like. Oh, it just smells like, this almost smells like men. Like I feel like a man could wear, I hope this isn't actually like men's cologne. Oh well. Wouldn't be my first time to buy men's cologne. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I love like heavy, manly kinds of scents. And if I like something, I wear it. It's unisexy. Let me know down below what you guys think, especially if y'all have heard of or tried IT Cosmetics before. I was completely blown out of the water, super impressed by this stuff. So glad that my Ulta started carrying it, especially this foundation. I feel like it is so magical. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. Thank you so much for being here and for spending time with me. If you're not already and you'd like to be, I would love it if you would take a minute to hit that button down below, subscribe, become a member of the Swamp family, and give an alligator its wings. Also, if you want, you can like me on Facebook, facebook.com/graveyardgirl, or you can follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, or Instagram @graveyardgirl, same way it's spelled here. I love you guys so much, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.